What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Damian Cryer, and I am back with another video. So today, man, I am going to be doing a seafood mukbang and talk to you guys about the things that I did for the hurricane and, you know, about my experience as far as getting prepped for it, because I never had to get prepped for a hurricane before. Getting prepped for work is one thing. Getting prepped to go to a doctor's office is another thing. Getting prepped to go to school or something like that is one thing. But getting prepped for a hurricane is something that I've never had to do in my life. So I'm gonna say my grace, guys, and let's just get to it. Thank you, Lord, for this food I'm about to receive, Lord. Thank you for my family, Lord. Thank you for blessing my loved ones in every area of their life, Lord, even at their weakest and even at our weakest moments. I ask you to bless this food and continue to bless my household, continue to bless me and strengthen me in every area of my life. Please watch over the people that are sick, that's going through their trials and tribulations, and I ask you for all this in the name of Jesus. Amen. So as you guys see, I don't have crab legs or none of that stuff, potatoes and corn. This is like a basic, simple seafood. I got shrimp that I kind of cooked a little bit hard. I got 4 juicy lobster tail from HEB. See, the juice is still dripping off of them. And as you know, guys, I got my favorite corn on the cob. I'm gonna be rinsing this all down with a bottle of water. And I do have me some butter. I don't have sauce like that sauce everybody be making when they do seafood, but I do have butter. So guys, anyway, I need to get something to eat here. I have been doing a lot of moving around. Basically, I literally just got back to Houston today. I decided to take some time for myself and take a small road trip about 3.5, 4 hours away to get myself away from Houston because everything that was going on. And I spent 90% of my time while I was away kind of watching the news and keeping an eye on the weather. Because the way that they had it, it's like it's supposed to have been just catastrophic. And based on the news, from what I've seen, oh, by the way, I'm sorry guys, I didn't even show you guys the food. My apologies for that. There you go, guys. So it was like, I didn't know how to prepare for something like this. I just knew that basically packing a few items up, some clothes, getting my dog ready, and we just got out of here. You know, we just got out of here. Because I didn't want to take a chance to find out what would have happened. And I know a lot of people took chances. I'm just not one of them who's willing to take the chance. I seen on the news where they were giving like warnings for the people that was on the coastal areas, and then like it was like mandatory. But then in parts of Houston, they were actually letting people I think they said volunteer evacuation. I'm gonna say something. Just the word evacuation, I don't even need to hear volunteer. I see just the word evacuation, I'm out. I'm not waiting around. And I did just that. Now, even though nothing really happened, I still feel that I made the right choice. To leave when I did. Today is actually, this is Thursday to something. Let me see. Well, damn. This is Thursday, August 27th. So I got back today. I actually left out Monday. As soon as I started hearing about it, I left out Monday that's when I started packing. And I was thinking to myself, what do I do with my dog? Because you know what? She went with me. So, we did a little road trip and we got the hell out of Houston. Now and again, I kept an eye on the news the whole time I was gone. And every time I watched the news, it was getting badder and badder and badder. I said category 1 at first. Monday it was like a category 1. Now I'm not the smartest guy in the world, and I'm nobody's meteorologist, forecast person. But I think when they said a category 1, I meaning I'm thinking that number 3 and 4 is like the worst. I could be wrong, quote me if I'm right. But Monday they said category 1. And then on to Tuesday and Wednesday, they was talking as 3 and 4. So I'm assuming when they say that the storm picked up from 105 miles per hour to 145 miles to 155 miles, I'm thinking that a category 3 and a category 4 was extremely bad. So I just decided, like a lot of people didn't leave because a lot of people was like, it's not the 9. Now, I wasn't in Houston when that big one hit a few years back, but I sure heard about it. So I ran the hell up out of here. In the hotel, I'm gonna tell you guys something, man. These hotels, man, they should be ashamed of themselves, man. They should. Because I seen on the news Monday when they were talking about Hurricane Laura. And the news was like, it's illegal for gas stations and other places to start jacking their prices up. Now the gas stations, they jack their price up a little bit. But one particular hotel that I stay at a whole lot when I'm traveling, jacked the prices up almost double. So I asked the lady at the check-in counter Monday. I said, ma'am, I stayed at this hotel many times, but it wasn't that particular hotel. It was that name of the hotel that I stayed at, just not in that particular city. Same state, but not that city. And the lady behind the desk, she kept it 100 with me. She said, yes, we jacked the prices up double. I said, ma'am, isn't that illegal to do? And you know what she said to me? She said, I'm not the owner. I'm not the owner. I know y'all like, that's a lot of salt. Most of it's dripping off because of the butter. Could you imagine that? Somebody telling you and admitting to you that the prices have been jacked up. They admitted the prices is jacked up. And they will only allow you to book one room, for one night. You couldn't book 2-3 nights out. You couldn't do it. You had to actually sign in. The next day, you had to actually check out and then sign back in if there was any availabilities. They wouldn't let anybody book 3 or 4 days out. At least not the one that I was at. But the lady, she admitted that they jacked the prices up. My thing is this right here. If you have something that's catastrophic, there's something like that happening, it's like, y'all make it hard for people, not y'all, but they make it hard for people to get to safety. They were talking all this power outage stuff. cars and boats and ships flying through the air, floating down the street. People done went and moved their whole entire family hundreds of miles away to get away from this event. Just to have the prices jacked up. I think that's messed up on every level. Comment down below if you guys experienced that where y'all had to go somewhere else for a catastrophic event that was occurring in your hometown or city that you live in, and the prices at the hotels were jacked up. Now, I don't blame the lady who checked me in because it wasn't her fault. She probably wasn't the owner. And she kind of expressed some frustration too because she got family who lived out here in the Houston area, and she wanted them to be at a hotel for safety too, but she couldn't even get a discount for her own family members. At least that's what she told me. She could have been capping, but she seemed like that she was sincere, but you never know if people are being serious or telling the truth nowadays about stuff. But I guess for the most part, even though it was a little bit expensive, I was safe. I was away from this mess. So I got up this morning and I kept trying to turn the news on. I couldn't get a good signal. I was texting people. My messages wasn't going through. I'm like, why is my, I got an iPhone. So like when you text somebody, my iPhone, and the message turned green, it normally means that they have you blocked. So I'm like, I know dang on well everybody I text don't have me blocked. So I texted a few people to check on them. Messages never went through. But in this, my people I actually text actually live close to the area where the hurricane was occurring at. Now, being that I just got home a couple hours ago, I haven't actually checked the news to see if Louisiana was hit. But I know that the storm path of destruction was between Houston, East Texas, East West or something like that. No, yeah, Northeast Texas, Houston, and Louisiana. They were saying Louisiana was one of the ones that was in the path of destruction. And after that, I went to sleep. I woke up this morning, because I'm like, I'm ready to go home. And so I stopped halfway back to halfway back to Houston, and I went to one of the gas stations. Because the news was so wishy-washy and it wasn't really detailed. I was trying to Google stuff on my phone, but again, where I was at, there really wasn't much of a good signal. So I stopped at one of the gas stations in the town I was at. And I was asking the clerk, I said, so was the destruction in Houston really bad? The guy was like, it never hit Houston. It went past. I'm like, what? And that was like 20 minutes from my hotel I had just left this morning. So, because I was like, once I get to this gas station to find out what the, destruction was, like power outages and stuff, I would have just turned right back around, went back and checked into my room if that one was still available. But the guy said, no, hit Houston. So I decided, well, it's time to come on home. And I'm glad I came home because I miss sleeping in my own bed. And I miss being at home. So that's why you guys haven't gotten any videos from me for a few days. A lot of times I don't mind vlogging outside of home, but I don't want to be vlogging from hotels because people know that I'm not at home, if you guys know what I mean. So that's why you guys haven't really got any uploads from me, but I am back home. Looks like the storm is over with. Prayers to the people who got hit the hardest during this storm, during this hurricane. Even though we didn't get hit with it, that doesn't mean other people didn't get hit with it. I may not still need help and need prayers and all that good stuff, because I did see on the news, when I was on Google, I did show some places that had down houses, down trees. I don't know if there was any fatalities or anything. I mean, I hope not. Now, when I say I pray for those people, I'm not just saying I pray. I really honestly prayed for those people last night, day before. I prayed that everybody was going to be safe. And a lot of people sent me a lot of messages on IG, Facebook Messenger, wanting to know if I was okay. They were tagging me in a lot of posts. I did see the post, guys. I couldn't respond because where I was at again, it was a horrible signal area. But I appreciate all you guys who reached out to me on social media, wanting to check on me and my family. Your messages were received, just so you guys know. The seafood is good as hell. So I am back home safe. Normally, had that news would have said, I know that's like a lot of salt, guys. Normally, if the news would have said, if the news would have been like, there's a chance of a hurricane coming to the Texas area, I probably wouldn't have fled like that. But the fact that they said Houston, I live in Houston. I'm not staying here, man. As you guys know, I am from a city in the Midwest called Fort Wayne, Indiana. In Fort Wayne, we get tornadoes, like tornado warnings. We've been getting flash flood storms where it's lightning, the streets is flooded because the sewers can't keep up with the amount of rain that's coming down. But I cannot remember not one time where we ever experienced a hurricane. And I'm not saying it's never happened, it just haven't, I don't remember it happening since I've been around. And guys, I've been around probably longer than a whole bunch of you guys watching this video. So, had a lot of people, and here's the weird thing right here. People were texting me 2 or 3 days ago, and do you know, I just got some of those messages yesterday. I got 2 messages today that were sent to me 2 days ago. How in the hell does that work? So people probably was like, this dude, he ain't responding, we're calling to check on him. I love corn so freaking much. But I wasn't ignoring you guys. You know, again, the hotels were booked. I mean, you couldn't get a room anywhere. And the crazy thing is, I almost went over to Louisiana to find me a room, but that was the worst mistake a person could ever make. So I went towards the Dallas area. That's like 3.5+ hours from Houston. And I felt really, really safe over there. And if I had to do it all over again, I would do it all over again. Because they say during storms like that, the safest place to be is where? In your home. And that might be true. Like the hurricane I seen come through this place 3 years ago, was it Hurricane Harvey? I seen helicopters rescuing people from off their house. I seen airboats going down a freaking street because the street was flooded with water. I've seen cars traveling down the street. So I was thinking to myself, maybe the safest place to be during a hurricane is in your home, maybe in the basement or something like that, or in the middle of the house, like in a bathroom or in a bathtub or something. But that's just something I didn't want to take a chance of trying because I was scared. I will admit I was scared. But I did run from Houston. I ran from Hurricane Laura. And if Laura came back today, guess what? I'm running for her again. Running from her again. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna end this mukbang video off, man. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know your experience during the hurricane season, or if you ever experienced a hurricane, and what type of measures and steps did you take to make sure that you were safe, you and or your family. Also, what do you think of the hotel gouging, price gouging, ripping people off, making you pay double the price for a hotel? So if I were to go to that same hotel right now today, I would probably pay only 80 bucks for that room versus 160 something dollars. So comment down below, guys, if you think that that's wrong. They take advantage of people who's going through something catastrophic or some type of disaster in their life. And comment down below. Also, if you have not subscribed to the Crier family, then to subscribe to the channel, turn the bell on. To get the notification, you must turn on the other bell with the vibrating symbol. That way, every time I drop a video on the Crier family, you guys will be the first to get the notification. Don't forget, just because you turn on the bell doesn't mean that you will get the notifications. Some people are like, Damien, I subscribe to the channel, but I never get the notifications. Because you subscribe doesn't mean that you get the notifications. You have to turn both of the bells on. So anyway, guys, if you have a video idea that you want me to do, a cooking video, reaction, mukbang, vlog, story time, leave me a comment in the comment section down below after this video. Until next time, I'm Damien Crier. I love each and every one of you guys, and I'm gonna see you in the next video. Peace. Oh, I got one more shrimp. Now we out.